My fiancée asked me to essay her at a random time and place for her birthday. We've never done anything like this before, and I personally think it's too extreme. Should I do it like she desires or refuse? Fiancée and I, we are 23 and I've been with her for 4 years. Over the fall we got engaged, and we are planning on getting married in the spring. With her birthday coming up, this weekend she told me what she wanted. The title pretty much says it all. She gave me a contract that we both would sign stating that she wants me to essay her at a random time and place and perform certain things on a list provided. The list she gave me includes some really extreme bedroom activities. Things like rough impact play, breath play, spitting, water sports, face slapping, gagging, and using clamps. She's added even more, but that should give you a general idea. She's always had a kinky side. She's been open to exploring things like anal and other adventurous stuff, which I've been okay with up to this point. This is really the only thing that's given me concern. I love my fiancée very much and hate seeing her get a paper cut, let alone pain of this nature. What should I do? Should I go through with it because she wants it, or not do it because I think it's too extreme? Best comments. This has all the makings of a really bad ending. If you're not comfortable with it, then it's okay to refuse. If you choose to follow through, make sure you have an in-depth conversation about it first, including things like boundaries and a safe word. She wrote in the contract she doesn't want a safe word. She wants to feel like she's being SA. She says there isn't a safe word in SA. I would outright refuse to be involved in something like that without a safe word. I'm skeptical about whether a contract like that would stand up in court anyway. Most of the acts you described, except the SA itself, are things many people do. Why not try some of those things out one at a time? Then add the ones you too like to your usual menu. Being good at something and fully enjoying it takes practice. Put the essay play off for now. Expand your comfort zone first. We did talk about the list when she showed it to me. These things she wants me to do have never been done to her, but she's seen them in porn or read about them and wants to give it a try. She showed me a few videos of things that she likes too. We've had kinky sex before, stuff in this ballpark, but a little softer. Mostly role-playing with her being in little to no control. But I'm afraid this is a lot more than she's comfortable with. She just doesn't know it yet. Over the last few years, I have seen a couple different posts from men whose SO wanted the SA fantasy, and it ruined their relationship because it was unexpectedly frightening, painful, or intense for her. Listen to the cautions people are sharing. Update number 1. I sat down with my fiancé and set some boundaries. Some of the stuff on the list was a little much, so I agreed to do some of it, but the water sports, spitting, and slapping her face I took out of the equation. We also agreed to use a safe word. She didn't want to use one because she thought it would make it less real. Kind of shitty logic on her part considering she made a contract. I also asked her why she wanted this done to her. Apparently one of her friends turned her on to it a few years ago, and the whole 50 Shades of Grey didn't really help much. The new contract is a lot different than the old one. It's definitely a littler type of essay play. I'm planning on doing this thing tomorrow night, when she gets home. I'll try to update you guys after the deed is done. Thank you all for the advice. It's been really helpful. Update number 2. 2 days after the first post. I get home from work last night, and I set everything up. When she got home, I was pretty forceful and blindfolded her and tied her up and started going at it. I'll be honest, I wasn't really getting into it. I like rough sex, but to simulate SA someone just doesn't get my kettle boiled. Having said that, the first time I only lasted about 15 minutes. When I started up again and things really got intense, she started to try and fight back with her legs and screaming through the gag. This was the signal to start the rough impact play. It honestly felt wrong doing it. I found it very off-putting. Finally, as I'm about to finish the second time, she gives the hand signal and I untie her and take the gag out. She runs to the bathroom and starts crying. I follow her in and she's a mess. She said it was too much for her. Apparently, she hated it from the start. Now I feel effing guilty for doing this to her. We established a safe word and everything, and I still F it up. This is the exact reason I didn't want to do this. How should I handle this now? She wants me to sleep on the couch and snuck out this morning for work. She won't answer her phone at all either. I think I F this up. Best comments. You guys tried a new kink, and here's the good news. Neither of you are likely going to want to do it again. As for her blaming you and asking you to sleep on the couch, that's a step too far. If she needs a day or two with some space to unpack how she feels, so be it. But, really, both of you should be talking about your respective feelings. Sex is a mature adult act. She needs to start acting like a mature adult. She asked to be SA, and then she didn't like it. Wow, big surprise. What the F? Could have given you the hand signal at any point. Her blaming you is both immature and either stupid or borderline manipulative. Everyone has dark fantasies, but that doesn't mean you have to act on any of them. That contract you drew up, you need to put it somewhere she can never find it or make copies or something. All it takes is one of her friends convincing her you actually SA her, and you are toast. Update number 3, 2 days after the last update. I'll just get right to it. It's kind of a handful. A lot of you said the same thing, save the contract. I did. I put it in my safe that she does not have the combination to. While I don't think it'll come to that, it's better to be safe. I also didn't mention in my previous post, and I probably should have, that I had recorded the whole fiasco as part of her request. The video file is safely hidden, and I've made many copies of it. I watched it back to see if I missed any of her hand signals, and while I didn't miss any to my eye, it's a terrible sex tape. I'll never be able to do this type of thing again. So, after getting fantastic advice from Reddit, my plan was to talk it through with my fiancée when she got home from work if she was up for it. I wanted to make her feel as comfortable as possible, so I made her favorite dinner and had Netflix primed with her favorite show. Unfortunately, my fiancée was 3 hours late coming home from work. All the while, I'm calling and texting her and a few of her friends. No answers from anyone. When she finally did show up, she was incredibly drunk. Apparently, she went out with friends from work and didn't clue me in. She never does that sort of thing ever. She never usually drinks either. I hadn't seen her that drunk in years. She started in on kissing and reaching down my pants, or tried to. She only got us tugging on the belt a little, so I stopped her, got her undressed, and in bed to sleep it off. After a night of helping her while she vomited, cried, and apologized, she sobered up by about 6 and wanted to talk about the whole situation. She said she felt like I was a completely different person during the SA and didn't know how violent I could be. In my opinion, I didn't do anything too violent. I held her down by the hair and didn't let her get up, but I didn't take it further until she specifically asked me to spank her. As for breath play, I only did it a few times, and just briefly each time. I'll admit I was very rough, but I don't think I was too violent per se. I don't want to get into my personal details, but I work in a very violent/high-stress workplace, think police or military, and I think I didn't enjoy the SA play because all of those pinned-up emotions from work get channeled through other hobbies such as working out or fun at paintball with the guys. I don't need to, or want to for that matter, take any of those emotions home with me. It's not good for anyone. This whole situation was the exact thing I never want to have happen to the woman I love, and it's something I feel could happen if I didn't find other ways to blow off steam. Since a lot of you asked about it, I asked her why she wanted it. This was something that she was being shady about during our other discussions. I don't want to really go into detail about it, just because it's hard for me to think about without wanting to rip the guy's face off, but she had a similar experience in her early teens. It wasn't a full-on SA, thank the Lord, but more like a lot of touching and licking. The guy was one of her brother's friends, so she never did anything about it. The thought makes my blood boil. I was really shocked she didn't tell me this sooner. I've always been open about my own sexual history, however cringy or unsavory. After we talked about it for a while, she explained she was fine with me sleeping in my bed, so we did a lot of cuddling and talking. She apologized for putting me through the ordeal. I made her breakfast, and she said she owes me a movie date and dinner, which I'm really looking forward to. So, we won't be doing this ever again. She's gotten it out of her system and is over it. We met for her lunch break this afternoon, and she was back to her normal self. I really think the cuddling and talking it through helped, but obviously I'm concerned with the drinking. It's not like her to get drunk randomly. I want to thank you all again. Everybody gave me great advice, and it calmed me down. I was panicking thinking she was going to call off the wedding or something. Mentally, I had already begun planning to move to Mexico and start a new life. I'm glad I was able to provide a sort of happy ending, and that I'm not writing this from a contraband cell phone in a correctional facility. Best comments. And just like that, another couple is scarred for life because of the garbage they watched or read. Just to be on the safe side, you both might want to visit counseling either together or alone. She was previously SA. She should have told you that before. If it was a bad idea before, then with this new information, it's no surprise that it ended the way it did.